are switching from weeks to saying episodes because there is no way I can keep up with the weeklies simply because I already got confused about what was week 2 and week 3. Prep Life, episode 3. We are in between Christmas and New Year's, so a little bit about how I have been doing through the Christmas holidays because we do Christmas Adam, Christmas Eve, Christmas again. So how I handled Christmas Adam, which is what my husband's family celebrates. It's just another reason to party, and basically we do it on the 23rd because Adam came before Eve, and then Jesus, something like that. Anyway, when you look it up, that's the whole thing about it. It works really well though because you can spend Christmas Adam with the larger side of the family. Christmas Eve can be with your other side of the family, and then Christmas Day you can either be with your immediate family or maybe like pick and choose who you want to go to or be with. Christmas Adam this year was like a redneck theme. I don't think I got any footage from it, but how I actually handled it was I made sure to prioritize my proteins, and I went for like what a lower fat protein looked like. So at Christmas Adam they had like turkey and ham and beef, so I actually went for the turkey. It's not necessarily always lower in fat, but it does have more nutrients in it, and so that's what I went for. Plus we had ham at home, so might as well load up on the turkey. I did eat carbs because carbs are delicious, and I had worked out that day, so I needed them for my recovery, but I also made sure to eat just a lot of veggies and drink a lot of water. I did have like 2 little oatmeal whoopie pie gingerbread cookie things that a cousin made, and they were absolutely delicious. And yeah, so I just prioritized my proteins and made sure to fill up on veggies, but I also made sure I was drinking water. I was more so involved with catching up with family because we hadn't seen them in almost 2 years thanks to COVID from last year. So we missed out on Christmas Adam last year. So I really just prioritized the fellowship or whatever part of the holidays. Spending time with family, talking with family, making that the priority because that's the reason for the season is your family, not the food. And I just made sure to drink a lot of my water. Christmas Eve, we didn't really do anything. We stayed at home and just hung out as a family. Matt and I did some little things, but once again, I was at home, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Christmas Day, we went up to my in-laws' lake house and hung out there. We did bring some food. We ate a lot of coffee. We did eat breakfast there, but once again, it was protein was the priority. Because you fill up on proteins, that is what's going to help you stay full and for the muscle recovery that I so desperately needed. And then everything else just kind of filled in. If I was hungry, I did not force feed myself. I was drinking water and coffee. And then Christmas Day night, we went to my sister-in-law's. Once again, same thing. It was more so about who was around. I did have a few alcoholic beverages. And I also made sure to drink like 6 of these throughout the day though, just because I knew I needed to stay hydrated. And so all in all, I went up about, and this whole week, I went up about 2 pounds. I'm looking leaner, or maybe not leaner, but my muscles are popping even more. I did a shoulder workout and my shoulders were just like, I work on my posing and my the oblique lines are actually showing more, especially lower down. My quad development is starting to show. And one of the most annoying things about fat loss is cellulite becomes so apparent as the fat just starts to dissipate because you can't spot burn fat. So your body just takes the fat energy from wherever it can get it. And so my legs, I know, hold more fat, and they are just getting so dimply, and it's really irritating me. But at the same time, I have to remember that's a good thing. It's a really good thing. I've talked about this before in a different video. I can link it here. But previously I would use that as like, oh no, I'm actually putting on fat. No, you're losing fat if you start to see cellulite more. So that's basically how I handled those holiday days. And then we went to the property the next day and we just walked everywhere. We were working on my husband's Christmas gift from his father, which is building a deer blind from scratch. Stayed active, drank water, made sure to fuel up on protein and veggies, and get in like some good carbohydrates. And now I am back on my meal prep. I've actually dropped calories this week, so this should be interesting. As far as workouts go, they're going well. My deadlifts are really frustrating me, but that's because, I basically had an injury that we thought was an injury, but it actually ended up being like my hip getting back into alignment because of some tendon issues. And so my deadlift is much weaker and I feel beat up a lot after I deadlift, but that's because I'm having to basically relearn it and we haven't dropped my numbers. We're just working, my deadlift days are just a different day. They look different than the other days that I have planned out. So moving forward is, there's no reason to get off diet or have to worry about any sort of holiday plans getting in the way. New Year's isn't really a big holiday. It's more so just like a party, but we're gonna be going up to the property to shoot off guns and fireworks out in the middle of the country because, hey, why not? So yeah, really still prioritizing my water and protein. In the morning, I have meal prepped out my lunches, and I have also meal planned out the dinners for the rest of the week. So we will see how this 200 calorie drop per day goes. So that's going to equal out about 1,400 calories in 1 week. So just in food, and then in my metabolic rate, I should now definitely be seeing a quicker drop in weight, hopefully about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds a week. However, water fluctuation and salt fluctuation is also going to be something to keep in mind, and I am back on that creatine because of the pre-workout I use by Gorilla Mode. It does have creatine in it, and creatine does kind of help, it gets into your muscles and allows your muscles to have like the hydration and the nutrients they need through your workout so that you don't get muscle fatigue through your workout. But it kind of stays in your body holding onto that water until you actually take it completely out of your diet. So that's another thing I have to be cognizant of, is that I could just be up a little bit because of the water that my muscles are holding, which would also make sense because, like I said, I am seeing more muscle cuts than previously. And so this is also another reason why I'm trying not to focus too much on scale weight and more so on what I'm seeing in the mirror. That's also why I am posing and actually recording it now so that I can see what's changing through that avenue and then just kind of relate it to what I'm seeing on the scale. But I do think that's one fortunate thing being a female in the physique world. Not bodybuilding, because I do believe female bodybuilders do have a weight class, whereas all the other divisions just have a height class. But that's for females. Males, completely different story. They have weight and height divisions. So Matt is looking at competing eventually, but he would have to compete in like the 6 foot class. But to be in the 6 foot class, you have to be a certain weight or you can't compete in that class. So it's all kind of over the place. So that's one fortunate thing about being a female is I only compete for my height. And that's the day of height. But I am about 5'7" and like 3/4. So I was around up to 5'8", which might get kind of iffy because sometimes 5'7" is where the change of class is at. So I might go up, I might go down, but that doesn't really matter. As long as I am ready with my full package, that's all that matters is what I'm doing. Only thing that I do have to be concerned about moving forward is I do go back to work on Monday, and this will actually be lower calorie, and I do enter into the busy season, but I am more than ready to, you know, go for it. I'm super, super excited. I have officially come out and told everyone I'm in prep, and the people who kind of understand it are super, super supportive already. The Friday before before break started, I kind of told my team what I wanted to do, and they were all like, oh, this is so exciting, this is so exciting. So it's really cool that I'm gonna have outside support, even if they might not be into fitness like me. At least they're excited. And I even told them, I was like, yeah, so as you know, I progress, I might start looking more and more exhausted, or I might get brain fog, and that's why. Because I do know as you go through a prep, you can start just being like your brain, because you know you're working out so hard, your calories are starting to be limited. But the goal is to not get like that. But it is what it is if it does happen, and they are aware that it might. So yeah. Another thing is my sleep has gotten better. The CBD has 100% been working, and I am definitely sleeping a lot better. Now, if I could get my toddler daughter out of my bed and into her own bed, I'd probably sleep even better. But the CBD has definitely been a huge assist in that. I am getting sore, but I don't feel as achy, and I kind of like the feedback that being sore gives me. So I'm okay with that, and it's not debilitating, which is really important. A weird place that I got sore though this week is like up in here, like your front thigh area. Yeah, right there. I haven't been sore there before, so that's kind of interesting. And I got sore after a deadlift day, so I don't really, like I said, deadlift's just still getting worked out, trying to figure out what the changes have been. But yeah, that was probably the strangest thing, is getting sore right there. So thanks for watching this quick update of the series, and stay tuned for more. And if you haven't so far, go ahead and subscribe to us, give us a like, give us a comment, tell us if you're in prep right now, and make sure to check out other videos. Matt is still going through his series. So yeah, welcome to 2022, and I'll see you next time. Bye.